We are watching a developing story tonight involving the well-known conservative behind the film 2016, Obama's America, a man who has just been indicted. Prosecutors accusing Dinesh D'Souza of violating campaign finance laws, saying he directed $20,000 in illegal contributions to former New York Senate candidate Wendy Long. Critics say these charges are politically motivated. We will watch for new developments. And new political predictions now for 2014 from one of the nation's most respected political forecasters. Larry Sabato says the GOP has a good shot of gaining control of the U.S. Senate in the upcoming midterms. And he says if you think Hillary Clinton is a guarantee for 2016, think again. Larry Sabato is director of the University of Virginia Center for Politics and a Politico magazine contributor. And he's with me now. You can only hear him. Something happened to the video. So just picture him in your mind. And let me ask you this, Larry. Now you say that, I mean, all along you've been saying the Republicans are going to retain control of the House and perhaps add seats. And now you say the Senate you genuinely believe is within reach for them. Why?
Very much so, Megan. Right now, the Democrats control the Senate 55-45, which means Republicans have to pick up a total of 6 seats, since Vice President Biden would break a 50-50 tie. They're very sure, I think, of picking up 2 seats already, West Virginia and South Dakota. They've got the edge in Montana. That's 3 seats. Now, that means they need 3 additional seats. They're very lucky this year. They've been unlucky in some other years. They're very lucky this year in that the most competitive seats left on the board are in deeply red Republican states where there are Democratic incumbents. For example, Arkansas, Louisiana, North Carolina, and Alaska.
Okay.
If they can pick up 3 of those 4, they win the Senate, and there's some other seats starting to come on the playing board too.
Okay, but here's what I want to ask you, because the question right now, I mean, that the GOP really would like to win control of the Senate, I'm sure, and control both bodies. The question is, how are they going to do it, and how are the Democrats going to try to beat them back? Because President Obama had major coattails in the past couple of elections, maybe not the most recent one, but certainly in 2008. And the question is what kind of coattails he has in this upcoming election, in your view.
Well, in red states, in Republican states, Megan, I think he's going to have negative coattails. Nationally, he's in the low to mid 40s popularity, job approval, depending on which poll you look at. But in these red states, states like Arkansas and Louisiana, he's in the mid 30s. So it means that any Democratic nominee starts out with that base, maybe mid-30s, but they've got to convince an additional 15% of voters who don't like President Obama to put them back into office. That's a burden that is not on the Republican nominee.
Why'd you move so many seats, over to, more likely to go red in the Senate? Is Obamacare?
Obamacare is part of it, and it's amazing how repetitive American elections are. This is the 6th year election of a 2-term Democratic administration. And we have a phenomenon we call the 6th year itch. Usually it's a bad year for the incumbent White House party. Well, guess what? We're starting to see a little drift in the direction of Republicans. It might or might not accelerate by the fall, but the early readings, and it's January, and I know the election's in November, but the early reading is that Republicans they're on the cusp of picking up the Senate. They may fall just short, they may fall over the line, but they're going to pick up seats.
Speaking of it being early, everybody's talking about 2016 already, and the conventional wisdom is Hillary Clinton is a guaranteed lock to run and win the Democratic nomination. You say nonsense. Why?
It's way too early for a coronation, Megan. You know that. We're seeing all these magazine covers and TV segments basically not only putting Hillary Clinton in as virtually unopposed for the Democratic nomination, but as the likely winner in the fall because she's leading early polls. My God, it's almost 3 years to the general election, 2 years to Iowa and New Hampshire. So many things can happen. And the Clintons know that better than anybody else. Look at their 40-year history in politics.
It should be fascinating when we finally get an announcement. We now find out that Super PAC's buying ads that would support her out in Iowa, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Larry, great to see you.
Thanks, Megan. Great to see you.